Hello, my leaders, and welcome. This is May week number 3 as we are diving into the confidence still. And that is all about living like God is with you, living like you believe that and it's true. And so as we do this, we're looking into a story today that's called Under Pressure. And it's where Peter and John are taken to the Sanhedrin and are questioned and they're, attacked and everything like that. But they are standing up with confidence, okay? And so as we do that, this first activity, we'll have some different dance videos and stuff on either the computer or the little USB for you guys. And so what you can do is go through those moves, and as they're kind of going through those moves, it's just to get them, moving and grooving and stuff. And while they're doing that, you're gonna kind of do the dance move, and while you're doing the dance move, whatever it may be, right? Then they're trying to say, "Hey, my name is whatever your name is," and then go through. My favorite thing is blank, and whatever they say their my favorite thing is, they're not actually thinking of their favorite thing necessarily, but try to do it in like alphabetical order. And so like, "Hi, my name is Timmy and I like apples," and then like Johnny comes up, "Hi, my name is Johnny and I like beans," something like that. I don't know. And so as you go through that, it'll be a lot of fun as they come up with some really funny examples and things to go along with that as they go through the alphabet all the way through. Okay. This next one, you'll still kind of use some of those dance moves and stuff like that. But basically what you're doing is you're doing those dance moves, you're kind of, or you can have a child stand up and do a specific dance move, and then every other child is supposed to mimic that dance move and see if they can do it too. And so that'll be just kind of encouraging for them to dance. Is a really good form of expression of confidence, and so that'll kind of help the children be more confident if they're trying all these different dance moves, because everyone else looks like a goof trying to do it, and so they won't be really intimidated by doing that. Is the goal there. Okay, then you go off and hear the Bible story, and when you come back, go ahead and you'll basically want to make one of these little fans, okay? And with these fans, you're kind of blowing in and whatnot. And with these fans, what they're doing is you can have them create that too, and maybe even decorate it and stuff. That would be a good pastime. But what they're doing is you're explaining how the Holy Spirit came last week like a wind, right? And so it came like wind and fire. And when that happens, we can't always see the Holy Spirit, right? But we can see the effect of the Holy Spirit. And that's what you're wanting to get at there, is like, although we can't see the wind, we can see what the wind is doing all around. And so the Holy Spirit's like that. Like when the Holy Spirit comes in our lives, we can't literally see it happen, but we start to feel the effects of how the Holy Spirit is working in our life and making us more like God, making us more righteous, if you will. And so as you're doing that, go ahead and pray with that in mind, knowing that God can be with them no matter what. And every time they feel a breeze, every time that they, go like this with their fans or their hands, like they can remember that the Holy Spirit is with them no matter what. This next one is kind of a breakdown of the Bible story. And so what you're doing is you're basically taking 3 different pieces of tape on the room, and you're trying to get them to level up all the way to level 3, which is the last piece of tape. What you're doing there to get them there is to ask them different questions that go along with a story. And so you can have them in like groups or something if they're a little bit intimidated by this, but as they do that, you're trying to just ask them those questions so that they can keep going to the next stage and getting all the way to the last level, if you will, if you want to keep it kind of video game style. And you have all the questions on that piece of paper for you as well. Okay, this next one, you basically go ahead and work on the memory verse with the students. And so what you can do with this is, if you want to open the Bibles and go through it and look at it, please do. But as a group, you can also divide the verse into phrases and let them come up with motions on how to remember it and things like that too. There's some suggested motions on the piece of paper as well. So for instance, like, so we can say with confidence that the Lord is my helper and I will not be afraid. And then holding out the Bible as a hand gesture for Hebrews 13:6. And so kind of go through that as they are working on doing that memory verse together. And that's something that I know they're not able to read it very much, but as we do like the motions, or as we, kind of help them learn it verbally, then they're able to use that to their advantage too. And that will of course go in their hearts, and they'll be able to remember that later on in life. Next week, there is no elementary services. And so the elementary will be going into the main service with with their parents. And so please, for next week, don't show up. You don't have to come for the for actually serving. Just enjoy the service and then relax for that day, okay? And that's it for this week, everyone. Thank you so much for all that you guys do. We love you guys, and we'll see you all in a little bit.